Welcome back to the YesterGaming series for part 4 of my GoldenEye 007 Let's Play. Last time we fought off some pirates to save hostages, destroyed the Soviet communication link in Siberia, and escaped capture with Natalia. All of which means we're now on Mission 6 Part 1, Statue Park. Dropping in St. Petersburg, we have a raft of missions to complete, so we'll quickly kill off some guards before heading off to explore around the statues. Soldiers are hidden everywhere to ambush me, but luckily because it's an older game, they don't have the best AIs. Wandering around the dark eerie parks has me worried of being ambushed, but onwards we kill many more guards until we find a tool shed. But as you can see, there's no time to rest, as although the enemy AI may not be that good, they are very aggressive. It may sound like I'm ripping on the AI of this game, but I actually have a lot of respect for all the mechanics that they put in, and the influence that it's had on games today. It was one of the early games with AIs who had patrol patterns, enemies calling for reinforcements, and civilians running away scared, all properties that are still around in gaming today. Additional things like reacting to unsuppressed gunfire even though you can't be seen, and trying to dodge bullets were such revolutionary things for the time. You have to have a respect for the game and the legacy that it holds.
Please don't shoot me! Please don't shoot me!
Even so, after eventually fighting them all off and watching some prefer to run away from me rather than fight, I find Valentine hidden in a container. So after being told to head to the Lenin statue by Valentine, we get to meet Yanis and his guards. Sadly though, I get a little bit worried that I'm going to be ambushed, so I open fire, which fails one of my missions. So, starting again, I do much the same as before, getting to the Lenin statue, and this time I hold my fire as to not kill Yanis. In a plot twist, we learn that he's actually Alec, and that he's left Natalia by the pirate helicopter, which he's rigged to explode in 3 minutes. So wasting no time, I kill the guards, and I quickly run back to the start of the level.
Run, Forrest, run!
These statues tend to act as a maze for me, but eventually I reach the chopper, where we quickly rescue Natalia and tell her to follow us away from the chopper before it explodes. And with that, all that's left to do is find the flight recorder that's flown off during the explosion. So I explore around a little bit and I eventually find it hidden in amongst some statues. But it seems Natalia really can't look after herself and she's being held hostage again. But knowing that I've completed all of my little missions, I decide just to run for the exit and not save Natalia, hoping that it counts as the mission being completed. And thank God it did, because I really didn't want to explore around those statues anymore. And with that, I move on to Mission 6 Part 2, Military Archives. Spawning into a room with a couple of guards, I quickly run for my gun and drop them.
Oops!
Like I said earlier, their revolutionary mechanic of soldiers reacting to unsuppressed gunfire kicks in as the room is quickly swarmed with guards. And can we just take a minute here to appreciate how soldiers act when they're injured? How they act and how they fall depends on where they are shot. I mean, check out this clip from last video where I shoot a guy in the arse and he's hopping around reacting to a pain in that area. This is the thing that some games, and in fact a lot of games today, don't do, and we as gamers have probably just taken it for granted. But enough of me reading into the little details of what makes this game so great, as I need to head into the corridor to kill more soldiers with my akimbo hand cannons. And after a few more minutes of wandering around the archives and killing, I find the room that Natalia is being held in. Thank God though I didn't kill her by accident while I'm trying to kill these guards. But as she's fleeing, we start following her as she goes to hide in the attic. And after finally noticing that I'm with her, she starts following me down in search of an exit. Well, what I thought was the exit, but turns out just to be a courtyard. So wandering back inside, we find Mishkin in a room nearby. But once he's told me that Ormanov is the traitor, he tries to kill me, so I have to put him down and then go in search of Natalia again as she's run away scared.
Where are you?
Finding her being held hostage yet again, and once again having to rescue her, we then wander around until she eventually has something useful to say.
Yes!
So head into the library and then shoot a window until it shatters, and then we leap to our safety. And pushing onwards, we find that Bond's next mission is on the street of St. Petersburg itself. But we're instantly met with a 5-minute countdown, so running around in a panic, I kill some soldiers and then I find myself a tank. I really wasn't expecting to get a tank in this game, so it's a really pleasant surprise. Sure, the controls are a bit iffy and we're not told what to do, but I mean, it's a tank. When isn't it fun when you get a tank in a video game? So driving through St. Petersburg, I fight off soldiers and destroy cars on my hunt for the end of the level. Luckily surviving some mines that have been placed down for us, we eventually find a gap in the edge of the map, which seems to be acting as the endpoint for this mission. And with that mad dash destruction derby completed, I think it's a good point here to end the video. The more I play through this game, the more little details and mechanics I notice, justifying to me why this game is so important in gaming culture. As always, if you've liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitch. I hope to see you all in the next one, but don't let this be the end of your gaming nostalgia trip today. Why not check out some of my other videos which are now linked on screen.